Hi guys, Matt here from BeyondGrappling Fitness and Conditioning. Today I'll talk to you about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo and the benefits for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but also to watch out for some of the negative aspects of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for Judo competition. Okay. One thing I've found with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is it gives you a real understanding of groundwork. Okay, so often we find in judo we have to understand the principle of a throw in order to make the technique work. So we've got to understand the principle of off balancing. We've got to understand the principle of entry and the principle of throwing your opponent. Okay, without off balancing, most of the throws aren't going to work unless you power right through it, which can still happen. But Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu really gives you a really good understanding of breaking of the balance and that sort of stuff in newaza, in groundwork. What I like about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is I found before I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when I was doing judo and I got thrown, I'd get to the newaza aspect and I was like, oh, what can I do from here? Oh, maybe I can do, oh, there's an arm, I might go for an armbar, and then you miss it. Oh, I might go for a turnover, and then you miss it. And then the referee says mate and you stand back up. Fight, competition goes to the ground. Oh, what can I do from here? Oh, I might try this. And what happens is you don't have a plan once you get to the ground, okay? You don't, and you can't really remember. But when you spend a lot of time on the mat doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and newaza, you get familiar with these positions. So what happens is you might throw your opponent and you instantly have a plan of what you're going to do because you've been here before and you know it, okay? So I found that in my life, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has really helped me because as soon as I get to the ground, I know what to do. And I'm quick on the uptake. Okay, rather than before I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'd be a bit slow on, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't, my leg's a bit stuck, my hand, there's an arm. But now I know there's an arm, I can do an arm bar. Here's an underhook, I can pass his guard, pass his half guard, that sort of stuff. So that's a really, really good aspect of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. A few negative aspects I've picked up on. Oh, and the other positive aspect of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is BJJ guys understand the principle of underhook in newaza really, really well. They understand that if you can get an underhook and turn towards your opponent and hug on tight, you might do some sweeps from half guard, but from a competition judo aspect, you're going to have enough time to grapevine his leg and the referee's going to say mate. Okay? BJJ guys really understand the principle of underhook. They understand that to turn towards your opponent, get the underhook, and then they probably won't pass your half guard to get their leg out. And if you see a lot of good judo players, once they get to half guard, if they can attain the underhook, they'll get their leg out and hold you down in ozokomi. So I really found that one really good aspect of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the aspect of you land, you instantly have a plan, you instantly know what to do, and the principle of underhook in newaza. Okay? The negative aspects of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a lot of the time it's very slow and methodical, where judo is very brutal, it's very fast, and with transitions. Okay? Yeah, so the negative aspects are it's very slow and methodical. That's not going to help you out in a judo tournament. The referees are going to stand you up very, very quickly. Okay, so you've really got to be explosive in your groundwork in judo tournaments, explosive in your groundwork. The other thing that BJJ guys do, because their competition is longer, they're 8, 9, 10 minutes, you might get to the Jujigatani position where they're on their back, or Eddie Bravo calls it spider web. Once you get there, in BJJ you can take your time getting the arm out. You can do it technically perfect. You can, attack the wrist and pull the arm out and just take your time with it, and maybe transfer it to a triangle and that sort of stuff. But in judo you only have, the referee will probably give you, if you end up in that spiderweb position, 1 minute to get the arm out. If you can't get the arm out in a minute, they'll stand you back up. Which means you're going to have to be brutal, hard and strong and powerful to get the arm out. You still need to use technique behind it, but the judo groundwork, I think, and this is my personal opinion, it's not as technical because it has to be shorter, sharper, which means you're going to have to use a lot more strength, a lot more power to get an arm out as well. So the other negative aspect of BJJ is the slow and methodical. It's great for BJJ tournament. For judo, the slow and methodical just doesn't work. Okay, you've really got to be explosive and fast. I really do love BJJ. I think it's just got endless things to learn. So yeah, guys, that's just a few of my views on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The negative, the positive aspects, you land, you instantly know, you instantly have a plan, you instantly know what to do. If you do a lot of BJJ, you'll understand the principles of underhook, which means once you get to half guard, you know how to get your leg out, or if you're on the bottom, you'll know how to survive until the referee says mate. The negative aspects of BJJ is it's very slow and methodical, and It's great for judo training because the training, you know, you got 5 to 6 minutes in newaza in training, but in competition it's shorter and sharper. And BJJ clubs I have found in my personal life have frowned upon the power and explosiveness, and they're a lot more technically based, which is understandable, but for judo tournament you want to be as quick and as fast as possible. If you have any questions or comments, post them in the bit below, or you can email me at support@workoutsforjudo.com. Thanks for watching, guys.